I think I have a little more here that I can pour in. If you highly recommend it, I can put some more in and then put water in. So let's see.
We're gonna let Kelly be the guinea pig here.
I'm happy to do it.
Although animal testing is wrong, so maybe not guinea pig. I didn't mean that.
She'll be the Kelly human.
That's right. I'm just going to be the Kelly human.
She'll be the taster. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's different. Now there's a bog nearby.
Mm.
That's very strange.
Given this nose that there'd be a bog somewhere.
I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
It might be a saltwater bog. This is strange. This is very different.
Try it now.
Yeah, I think I've got it. I've just got to do it.
I want to hear her taste notes first.
Oh, it's buzzier. I don't know what's happening. I think you should do it. Wow, the savory went away. And the buzz on the end seems to be the whole experience now.
Oh, wow. That bog is something in the flavor notes of what we were experiencing when we first tasted it. It's kind of sour.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's that organic smell that I sometimes say. It's like almost not decay, but it's like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love that in a wine, so it's real good in a whiskey too.
This instead of wood feels more like paper to me, like dried paper. I feel like this has more of a parchment to it than wood. I still like it, but it's like subtler and more, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you on the taste perspective, but it's like it got rougher. Like texturally, it somehow is rougher to me. Like I'm feeling the buzz in the front of my mouth not just on the back of my tongue. Yeah. Like moved it forward, almost on my gums, which is
that
so
attack
strange.
is coming almost like right below your nose, like in front of your gums. Like it's almost like that attack is where the buzz is. Like the bees are all up here now. They're not back here. They're like up here. Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
And I definitely smell. Wow. That is so different. I feel like we've just had 4 completely different scotches because the nose on both of these is different and the taste on both of them is entirely different. It's kind of incredible.
It dried out the finish to me as well. Like my mouth feels dry after sipping that instead of like what? How did that change? I added water.
That's so true. I do feel like I have like a little bit of it's like what happened in there? Mm-hmm. The bees are like, we were thirsty. Wow, that's neat.
Oh, nice.
One thing I wanted to talk about with you guys are these walking tours of Scotland. You know about these, or have you done one where instead of driving from place to place, you hike, you walk from town to town, and someone drives your bags to the next bed and breakfast or hotel, and you walk the distance from one Scottish town to the next. And friends of mine that have done it say it's great because you can taste the whiskey wherever you like.
Oh, yeah.
And you just keep walking, and it's just, you're sort of immersed in Scotland in a very different way. It sounds like a very fun way.
I think it would be amazing. We started walking from the Drovers Inn, and we walked out and walked down one of those trails that they use. I think it's the high road, the actual literal high road. From you take the high road, I'll take the low road. A path, really. It's a path. It's a hiking trail. And it goes along the chain of lakes that eventually lead to Loch Ness. But you're kind of in that, you're just above Loch Lomond, and you meet all these people walking along, and it just seems like, this would be the best thing ever. Just hiking through those woods, up and down these little, valleys, seeing these lakes right next to you all the way. Yeah, I can see that.
I like both versions of this, I have to say.
Here's an opportunity for people in Scotland. Here's what they should do. They should do a virtual tour of Scotland and mail you a box of these scotches. Oh. And then you could like go in the virtual tour, and then you would like at each place you would taste them. I think that would be really cool.
That would be
especially with what's
amazing.
going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
So package.
Joseph, when you were last there, it was in winter, wasn't it?
Not quite. No, it was summer.
How was your weather? Were you able to get out? And
I was not there for long. I was mostly in Edinburgh. So yeah, because we were meeting a friend in Ireland to hang out with her. So yeah, but I mean, I'd never been. I had like I guess I did do like we had like a university school when I was in college. We had like a study abroad program, and we went up to Scotland. I think we went to a castle up there, but I haven't been extensively in Scotland. So other than not yet.
Yeah. Did you ride in the barrel in Edinburgh? Did you do the? Yeah,
oh yeah, the
so
Scotch
jealous.
whiskey
So
experience.
jealous.
Yeah, I brought back the scratch and sniff sheet and I gave it to Andrew. So
How did you not
Amazing.
do it?
Me?
Yeah. Did you go to the Fringe or something like that?
I have not been to Fringe, so I've been to Scotland twice. When I was 22 and when I was 23.
So
And I
2 years
did not
ago. Okay.
like whiskey yet. I mean, we know that because I'm deciding, making a decision today. But when I was 22 and 23, I just didn't have a palate for it. So I didn't take advantage of all that was available to me. But I love Scotland. The second trip we stayed in Edinburgh for a few days and then drove up, made a big loop down to Glasgow and stayed in Inverness.
Oh, so you did get all the way up there to Loch Ness area.
Yes, which was really just gorgeous. Glen, which is probably the most beautiful place I've ever been.
It's insanity, yeah.
And then out in the middle of nowhere, I can't remember the name of, it was like a hostel that was in this castle that was built in the early 1900s. Someone built their vacation home to look like an old castle, and now it's a hostel. I can't remember what region that was in. And then Glasgow. But Edinburgh is probably my favorite city in the world.
oh, it's such a beautiful city. Like, and it's funny because you can see how, I don't know, it must have influenced the people who, like, I know like J.K. Rowling is from there, but it must have influenced the set designers for the movies, because it's like you're like, oh, this is Harry Potter, like this is entirely, this is Hogwarts, like this city is Hogwarts basically, like, right? And, you know,
So great. I stayed in a hostel right by the castle the second time I was there, and it was kind of, you'd like come out of your hostel and there's a huge castle. And then
that's
across
right next
the
to
street,
the Scotch whiskey experience.
I know. Why didn't I do it? I mean, if I'd known you could ride in a barrel, I would have done it regardless. But I didn't know.
Yeah, and they let you taste scotches, and they give you a scratch and sniff sheet, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Although I think the tasting is like an extra package. You have to, like, there's certain levels.
You have to pay extra for that.
Well, I will do it next time.
It's worth it.